Shalom, call hello, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bahashem Akakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of great millstone, even the elders that came before them, taught us truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful Lord Tabernacle of David. I'm the elder Yeshua, I'm back with the WW3 Daily update. Shalom and salutations to you all. It's Revelation 11 and 14, speaking of World War III. Revelation 11:14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. I'm going to let Judge Knapp here. I don't know what this Empodar Afro. That's weird. He posted Judge Knapp. Anyway, the conflict that could drag the entire world into war. World War III. Colonel, that dude's a colonel. He knows what he's saying. Lawrence Wilkerson. Let's listen to a little bit of this. He's going to start out with the Middle East. He can go directly to Moscow or Ukraine, indicating what? World War. He's all over the place. Take it away, Judge Knapp.
February 12th, 2026. My dear friend, Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson, joins us now. Colonel, I want to talk to you about your understanding of what could happen militarily and regionally if the President of the United States, along with the Israelis.
But first, President of the United States and the Israelis in the Middle East. But first, let's go over and deal with the theater in Eastern Europe.
Attacks Iran. But before we get there, a couple of other semi-related issues. What is your understanding of the Kremlin's level of trust in the Trump administration at this time period, mid-February?
He just went from one theater of war to the next. What does that indicate? That the world is at war. He didn't even let him speak on the Middle East conflict before he went directly to the war. And there's war everywhere. There's war in Minnesota. They just stood that down. All right. Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, speaks of a time of war.
0. I would put it on a scale of 0, and Iran's I would put it -20.
Why 0? But I could suggest a few things. The Russians are of the view that Presidents Putin and Trump had a handshake or some sort of an agreement on some things that were agreed upon in Alaska, and they say none of it happened. The sanctions that Joe Biden imposed have been tightened under Donald Trump, even though the basis for one of them, you ready for this? This is the stated written basis, Russian government interference in the 2016 election, as if that were still something that anybody seriously believed. And then, of course, there's the CIA involvement in an attack on Vladimir Putin's home.
And there's the attack on nuclear assets that would have been, under the Cold War protocol, if you will, an act of war, an act of nuclear war.
When you say nuclear assets, you mean in the facility nearby or adjacent to President Putin's country home?
All that, but I'm thinking about some time ago when Ukraine was actually allowed, and I have to use that term, allowed to attack Russian strategic assets that are on alert for nuclear attack and that would respond were a nuclear attack to come. That was probably one of the things that damaged our reliability with Moscow and with Putin and Lavrov and others as much as any other single act. And add that to, and I come to the real reason here, I said what I said, no one reached out to Putin. No one. 0. After promises to do so from the president himself to Putin and promises from Marco Rubio to Lavrov, to extend start through.
So what's going on here? We don't have to play a lot of this. All right. What we're watching is a marionette dance. Okay. Now, who is the puppeteer? The Most High is the puppeteer. Who's the king? Vlad is the king. Who's the king? Trump is the king. Who's the king? Bibi is the king. Who's the king over there? The Ayatollah is calling the shots, supposedly. Okay. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart, the king's mind, is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Most High is putting on a show. Right? And when you see these heads of state doing shit that makes no sense, that precept comes up. Why did they do? Oh, the Most High guided me.
To Putin, and promises from Marco Rubio to Lavrov to extend START through a gentleman's agreement, as Putin had graciously offered, or through a formal renegotiation and an actual new treaty regime to begin. No one. I don't think there's any confidence left in this man in Moscow.
Did Trump, I don't know how you could know what Trump understood. Did Trump appear to understand what he was doing when he ripped up the JPCOL and when he refused to even respond to the Russian offer to extend New START by a year? Does he understand the consequences of a world with no legal architecture restraining nuclear weapons?
I think you're onto it. No, I don't think he does. And I think he is very ill served by a staff that is blocked from informing him of such serious issues.
Second Ezra 9:3 in the GMT. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. When you see these things happening, you will know that they are what the Most High God has spoken about since the beginning of creation. This is those rulers, Rubio and Hegseth and all of them. Those are those unstable rulers that the Most High got them fools acting like they about to nuke each other.
Even respond to the Russian offer to extend New START by a year? Does he understand the consequences of a world with no legal architecture restraining nuclear weapons?
I think you're onto it. No, I don't think he does. And
there it is. So what are they going to do? They're going to launch. They're going to launch the conflict that could drag the entire world into war. Okay? So anyway, and what are they talking about? They talk about the Middle East. Right, but that's all we're going to do. Go watch the rest of this. You want more input. But what are they talking about? They talk about nukes. All right? Let's get one. When they shall begin to be shot. When they shall begin is that an apocrypha? When they shall begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Slovakia. Is my phone here? Slovakia, let me look this up real quick. I know it's in 2nd Ezra 16. Let me just try to find it. Bear with me. This happens every now and then. Let's see. What's this? Ends of the world. 2nd Ezra 16 and where'd it go? And 13, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. That is talking about those ICBMs, which is going to culminate in the destruction of Babylon the Great. So with that, we hope that the elect right fight you, brothers and sisters.